What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are gonna have some fun playing Magic, and I have a super spicy deck for you guys today. Syr Konrad is what I'm calling this one, and there is a combo in here that is so fun to play. So we are playing Syr Konrad the Grim, which is our main piece of this combo. We do have ways to win without him, but which is the way I like to play. I always like to have like a combo and then have like a good deck built around the combo that can win in multiple ways, and so that's like just using all this synergy. So that's my style of deck building. Some people say you should just be all in on a combo, and I personally prefer to play this way. But it's also not an amazing deck. It's just a really, really fun one. So here we go. Syr Konrad the Grim. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, so that way the dies triggers is just based off of it actually dying and hitting the graveyard. So then library going into the graveyard if for anywhere, or if a creature card leaves your graveyard, Syr Konrad deals 1 damage to each opponent. So then he can also pay 2 and put each player puts the top card library into the graveyard. If we hit 2 creatures, we do 2 points of damage. 2 mana for 2 damage, consistently being able to do it all the time. It is iffy if we do actually hit 2 creatures, but really, really powerful. That actually can finish games pretty often. What we're trying to do with this deck, though, is we have lots of ways to try filling our graveyard. Glowspore Shaman, when it enters the battlefield, you put 3 cards into your graveyard. You can also go grab a land, which is really great in the early game sometimes. Gorging Vulture. Throw some creatures into the graveyard. We gain life equal to the number of creatures put in that way. Emery, your Look of Luck, put the top 4 cards into your library. This also costs a lot less if we do end up finding the Gilded Goose and getting down an artifact with the food, and then Emery costs 2, so that's actually really powerful what we can do with that as well. Anyway, so what we're trying to do is basically fill up our graveyard as fast as we can. Finding a Syr Konrad, if he does get milled over, we have Tamiyo to hopefully find it from there. We have Forever Young to give it back from the graveyard. We have the Cauldron of Eternity. So the goal is to try to find one of those, get it to our hand. If we miss everything of value, then we're kind of screwed, but we can do some fun stuff still. Like if we do mill over the Cauldron, we have an Emery, we can still play it. There's a lot of cool things we can still do here. And so then we get Syr Konrad onto the battlefield. And then we need to find a Forever Young, which again, we can either get it back with Tamiyo. Hopefully we've been able to hold on to it oftentimes from the beginning of the game. And then anytime that we mill stuff over into our graveyard, so if we put the top 3, if 3 creatures go, we do 3 points of damage to them. And we cast a Forever Young, put any number of target creatures from the graveyard on top of your library. So if we have 15, you know, oftentimes it's about like 13 to 15 creatures you end up having in the graveyard by the time you get Syr Konrad out. And then you can bring them all back on top of the library, and then you draw a card, so you get a creature as well. But you bring them all back on top of the library, and that will do 15 points of damage to the opponent. So Forever Young is basically a 2 mana deal 15 in this deck if we build up the right combo. We do have enough creatures in the deck that we could get 20 creatures into the graveyard before that happens. That would pretty much take us milling our entire deck over. So you don't expect that to happen that often, but 15 points of damage, especially when we're able to do it damage in other ways, tends to be enough to win the game. And so that is what we're trying to do, is just have a ton of fun with Syr Konrad and Forever Young, which is an amazing card. We do get to use it to get our Syr Konrad back from the graveyard if we need to, which is sometimes just enough, or our Embodiment of Agonies, which is pretty insane in this deck too, oftentimes coming in as just like, because we have so many different styles of mana costs, it actually works really, really well in this deck. It's a really powerful card. Other than that, we just have some filler stuff. Murderous Rider to have some removal. Ashiok, which is, it kind of exile their graveyard. Also helps us fill our graveyard more consistently. That's a great way to just fill our graveyard, but it wasn't a creature, so I didn't want to put too many in here. Cavalier of Thorns, great in the top end. Underrealm Leech, which I'm kind of in between which is best of these ones. I do like the Underrealm Lich, because if it does stick on the battlefield for a few turns, we can it helps us be able to find our combo pieces, because we can pick from the top 3 cards, and so we can find our Tamiyo if we need it, find our Syr Konrad, find Forever Young, find land if we need it, and then we do have 1 Find a Finality just for removal, 1 Lotleth Giant, which is great with Cauldron of Eternity, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alright, up against Bet, bringing on Bet, rocking the Aurelia, which is really cool. I really do like that avatar. This is a little bit interesting. We have some slow lands. We have a lot of good cards to fill stuff at 3-drop. And because we're going first, I'm actually going to keep this. Going first and having 3 drops is a lot different from going second and having 3 drops. So going first, we can make this work. So we do have swamps. So let's go ahead and get down blue here and pass the turn. If we find a Gilded Goose, will be nice. I'm not sure. Or actually, there's a few things we can find that are good. That wasn't one of them. So just Overgrown Tomb, tap, pass the turn. They're playing a little bit slow. This is probably the control deck. There's a lot of people have been playing just this Azorius control deck that has been so annoying. We're gonna play. I might go for Ashiok. Ashiok actually might end up being pretty good. I'm expecting this to get countered. They could not have 2-mana counter spells though. Yeah, so I said to go for something with a little more power. Oh, no creatures. Great. Everything that we wanted in our hand got put into the graveyard. That is one issue with this style of gameplay, is sometimes you just get really unlucky. Alrighty. We're just going to throw all of our combo pieces into the graveyard. Who needed any of those? All right, opponent is passing the turn. They do have enough for, ooh, Tamio is really good. We're gonna go ahead and swing in first. Opponent has something that they're holding on to. I'm assuming they have Absorb. If they're gonna do something to our creature here, that's great. All right, that's fine, perfect. All right, so second main phase, we will go Gilded Goose. Maybe we should have just gone Tamio right there so to get it out. Emery costs 1 less once this comes out, so this just gives us a little bit more. If we do find a Syr Konrad, we can hopefully find it with Tamio here. All right, so what we're going to be doing is ticking up with Tamio to try to find a Syr Konrad. And then... All right, that's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, ticking up to find Syr Konrad.
Let us have a story,
and we can go digging for Forever Young when we find it. So Syr Konrad, the Grim, nothing, and yeah, just pass the turn. We don't need to play this Gilded Goose right now. I was thinking we could sack one and get it out. If stuff dies, it actually helps us by getting more stuff into the graveyard. But I do actually want to be able to have that 5th mana. All right, Deputy of Detention hits Tamio, Boo Hiss, Cauldron of Eternity. Can we play this and still have 2 black mana? If we hit enough creatures, this could be worthwhile. If we can just get the Cauldron of Eternity out. Is there anything we just want to bring to hand? Creatures-wise, I mean, we could bring like Glowspore Shaman, and I'm just going to go for Ashiok here. Ashiok. I'm gonna mill us, exiling them. There's Syr Konrad. Now we can go digging for Syr Konrad. Let's just play Cauldron of Eternity though. Yeah, play Cauldron of Eternity. We don't get to use it this turn. It is a little bit unfortunate, but we do get Syr Konrad out next turn. Hopefully, I think we've milled over all of our Forever Youngs. 1, 2, and 3. But we don't really have a lot of creatures in the graveyard anyway. Like, I think we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, 5. We have 5. Woo. We still are going to go for Syr Konrad, though. It does give some value. All right, they get to swing in at Ashiok this way. Nice. All right, Ashiok takes the beats. Gilded Goosey. Let's go ahead and grab our Syr Konrad now before we use Ashiok's ability. Now we'll use Ashiok's ability. Oh, a bunch of nut. All the lands. Dude, I feel like I get the worst luck with this. If we had milled 4 over, Ashiok then becomes a -1 on Ashiok, deal 4 damage to them. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good deal. We still can, like, if Cauldron of Familiar does, or Cauldron of Eternity does end up dying, whatever. Anyway, I think we're in pretty good shape here. We have Gorging Vulture for next turn. We may just want to go Order of Midnight into trying to think of this. I was saying if we didn't find land, I was thinking we could go for Glowspore Shaman, bringing it back out for 1 damage. But opponent's just going to scoop it up. That works too. So we had Gorging Vulture, which is going to do 4 damage. We had Ashak, which is going to do possibly 4 damage. You know, Order of Midnight do 1 damage. Like, we had so many little bits of damage that if they can't deal with Syr Konrad right away, this deck does just get insane. It is so fun when it goes off. I wish they'd let us play it. We still had Cauldron of Eternity as well, so we could have brought something out that way. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do here. All right, up against May Quill and Yellow. Bring it on. And this isn't amazing. We're on the play. Honestly, getting out Order of Midnight just as a 2/2 flyer does put on some pressure. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. We have Syr Konrad and Tamiyo, which is great to have in hand. So let's go ahead and get down Watery Grave, tap, pass the turn. Next turn, I think we just go for Order of Midnight, start milling it then with Emery, and see how this goes. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and play this out. Pass the turn. Reckless Airstrike, really? In a main deck? I guess Destroy Target Artifact is useful. Like, it's seen commonly, at least. All right, Emery, mill some stuff. Hopefully not lands here. We actually need lands. A couple of lands. And Tamiyo and such. Again, if we just get to Cauldron, if we get Cauldron in here with a bunch of creatures, that's great as well. All right, exiling is not great for us. Land is meh. We have to have the land for Syr Konrad. I think we do go ahead and keep that there. And do we want to try to find something real quick? If we can bring out Murderous Rider, which would be pretty nice, and it's 2 creatures. I don't think we need to get greedy here. Pass the turn. We don't really know what they're doing yet. They're missing land drops like crazy. I think that getting a Murderous Rider and Order of Midnight to our hand actually it would be pretty nice, just to have that removal available. But we can maybe do that another time. Okay. I am going to go ahead and play the Temple of Mystery first. I'd like to scry afterwards, but I kind of want to know what I want to put into the graveyard. Yeah, with Find, that's actually going to be pretty good. Maybe we should have saved the scry till afterwards. I guess that was a misplay. I was thinking it would be nice, like, if we did find certain things that we could throw into the graveyard, it'd be nice. But... All right, so we know that we're digging for Forever Young now.
To the library.
We could just grab this Cavalier of Thorns as well. But we are digging for Forever Young now. All right, no Forever Youngs. It's kind of weird. It goes... we know this was on top. And so it actually puts the 4 in a different order. That's kind of interesting. Opponent scoops it up. Just didn't have the lands. Man, I want to win by actually getting the combo. The thing is if you're milling stuff over, people do get to know a little bit more of what your deck is trying to do. Saying that we're looking for Forever Young, if they did know the combo, they knew that we already had the Syr Konrad then. So I don't know. I just want to do the combo. Anyway, we've won 2-0 now. Let's go again. All right, up against Astaroth. Bring it on, Astaroth. Let's do this. Man, we've been winning die rolls like crazy, and it's awesome. Gorging Vulture into Embodiment of Agonies is great. We have the mana to do it, so we're gonna keep it. I mean, that's a possible like big creature on turn on turn 4. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Or a Tamiyo. Tamiyo into Embodiment of Agonies would be great too if we can get more stuff in the graveyard. Fantastic. All right, Breeding Pool tap, pass the turn. All right, okay, this is Golgari Adventure, which is an insanely good deck. But the only interaction they really have is removal, like is their Murderous Riders. which gets insane with Lucky, the Lucky Clover, but from what I've seen, they may play like Legion's End as well, but pretty much besides that, we can do well against this deck. All right, so what do they mill over? We mill over one creature and an Ashiok. Boo hiss. Getting to this Underrealm Lich is also great. We can just make a massive Embodiment of Agonies maybe after we know they've passed a lot of other stuff. We can just get it out to get rid of this Left-Struck Beast too. No blocks. We're okay with stuff going to the graveyard though, so we'll see. The nice thing is that this does have Death Touch, so just getting out is good. But we're going to go Tamiyo, dig for Syr Konrad.
You would make an excellent seek and find.
Yeah, so Syr Konrad. Didn't find it. A lot of creatures to the graveyard though, which is great. Embodiment Agony is up to 5 now. We are just going to block this Left-Struck Beast, so no attacks past the turn. Valmar Knight to draw a card, digging for lands, it looks like. Found it. Everything at Tamiyo. Yeah, block the Left-Struck Beast.
Stop interrupting.
Tamiyo down to 5. We do have another Tamiyo. There's a Syr Konrad. Oh man, if this dies, it's gonna be so sad. All right, how many creatures do we have? We have a lot of creatures in there. All right, dig for Forever Young.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
All right, no Forever Young. 2 creatures to the graveyard. Down to 17, past the turn. Tamiyo probably just gonna die here. Wrinkle. Ew. Gonna make a sack a creature. Alright, Syr Konrad dies. They're gonna have something die as well, so we get one more pingage in. We'll probably end up playing Embodiment of Agonies now. I'm hoping... Oh, they don't have anything. They just made us... Wait, what? They just not use anything? Okay. Alright, do I dig for Forever Young with this as well? We have 2 digs with Tamiyo, but we don't have the mana to do anything. How many creatures do we have? We have a lot of creatures as well. All right. Forever Young.
Let me aid your research.
All right, Embodiment of Agonies. Do we have... I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we can do here. We really don't have a lot in the graveyard. The Cauldron of Eternity we could bring back and play maybe another turn. Breeding Pool to the bottom. Let's go Embodiment of Agonies just to block this Wrinkle. And do I want to do this now? Let's go ahead and do it now. All right, 2 of the same creature. That's pretty good. All right, down to 12, no attacks, past the turn. And let's see. As long as they don't find Murderous Riders, we're in okay shape. And it doesn't seem like they have yet. They're drawing another card here, though. They could find it. And that's what it seems like. They're trying to look for it. Smitten Swordmaster, all right, they gain some life. That's fine. And plays it. Okay. We're still in this game. They're drawing lots of cards. We have to try to finish this turn. We do have enough mana now to play 2 Tamiyos, dig for Forever Young like crazy pants. Yeah, like crazy pants. I said that. And we could also just mill a bunch of times, but... All right, dig for Forever Young.
I know I noted this somewhere.
No Forever Young. Oh, come on. I didn't have it in here, did I? If I had it in here, I would... Okay. Tamiyo. Yes. Keep the new one. Tick up. Forever Young.
The library.
Yes! Okay, we got a Forever Young. A couple more creatures and a Lotleth Giant into the graveyard. Breeding Pool, tap, which Lotleth actually doesn't help at all, but it's another creature we can grab. All right, and so now we grab all of the creatures. from our graveyard, which is 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so oh, it's so good. I didn't know how many we had, but I think we had about 14 or 15. And so that, like I said, that's about what you get to once you actually get the combo off. And yes, oh, that's so good. If we ever get to keep Syr Konrad on the battlefield, and this is why I love Embodiment of Agonies, is it's just a great blocker. Like it has Death Touch, so it kills anything at a cheap cost, but it also can just be a finisher as a massive 8/8. So pretty good stuff there. So fun. Oh, I love this deck. All right, up against Cheesebot. Bring it on, Cheesebot. Let's kick this pig. Dude, we won the die roll again. That is really cool. All right, we're gonna keep this. All right, Overgrown Tomb tapped into Glowspore Shaman. I have to get Overgrown Tomb, otherwise this is worse. Okay, there we go. I did it. I will always like say, okay, that's what we have to play first. Then I'll play something else as I'm talking about it. Just saying, that happens so often. And everyone always comments, dude, you're the worst player in the world, all this stuff. No, it's okay. All right, Glowspore Shaman. So we actually have the combo in hand right now too. I didn't want to overstate how excited I am about that. We're gonna decline. Yeah, we have another Glowspore Shaman. Decline. That's fine. I'd rather find something that we can do. Like if we do find a Tamio off the top, another one, which is gonna be difficult. Cavalier Thorn's also great here. Let's go ahead and play the Watery Grave tapped. Let's swing in. Down to 17. Glowspore Shaman. A lot of creatures to the graveyard. Now we will... I kind of want to find green mana. It's going to be really annoying if we don't find any of this. To get to Syr Konrad. I'm going to decline though, because if we do find a 4-drop or something or another land, like it's actually going to be better for us here to try to find something else, because at the moment we don't have anything to really play for next turn. Opponent scoops it up. People just can't handle the honestly getting out 6 power in a couple of turns if they're playing a little slow, like that does finish the game really quickly. Glowspore Shaman is underrated, and honestly guys, I did not expect to be going 4-0. We are in normal free play, we're not in competitive, but like I'm actually pretty impressed with the way this deck is playing so far. All right, up against Shaky, bring it on, Shaky. And we're on the play again, dude. This has been awesome. And this is a great hand. Again, on the play with 3 drops, pretty good. We do have some 2 drops that we're not going to use. I mean, we could try to draw a card for every young, but because it is a combo piece, that would be just silly. We also get Temple of Mystery Scribe, which is great. And let's see if opponent's going to keep their hand. They mulligan once, I think. And let's see. All right, so they keep this hand. Tamio. Ooh, I hate not having a Tamio in hand. But if we don't hit land, this is really bad. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. We have a couple of turns to just be... Well, I guess now we know we're drawing not a land. And we're going to be milling stuff over, but... let's not show black mana just yet. We'll act like we are Simic. Maybe have a counter up. Just saying. Could have Oko coming on the next turn. Just saying. We don't have Oko in this deck. We're not people like that. Not those kind of peeps. Alright, I'm actually going to hold on to Emery and go Gorging Vulture first. It does more damage. I think it's a little bit better. Emery, I'd prefer to make sure it stays alive or whatever. So like if this does have a counter, I'd rather get it down later. Essence Capture, okay. Boo Hiss. Simic Flash, it would seem. I'm not going to get down Tamio then, just in case, because it looks like they could probably have a Sinister Sabotage. Get down Emery. Yeah, Sinister Sabotage. Gilded Goose with Emery, pretty fun combo as well. Grilled Mystic most likely here. Ah, man. Or they're just flashing out a wolf. Do I go for Tamiyo? I could find Finale just to find one creature, not worthwhile. I'm just trying to like find a way to get them to bring stuff back. Let's go for Cavalier Thorns, actually. I just realized we had 5 mana. If it does hit, it's really, really good. It has reach. It's a big body, which can beat the Night Pack Ambusher. It gets a lot of stuff to our graveyard. If it does die, we get more stuff back. So it's pretty good for us here. If it does get quenched, then we cry. And are miserable. Man, how many counters are they going to have? All right, let's just check for response here. Gilded Goosey. You know what? I want to have this Finality because it does so well against Night Pack Ambushers and stuff. So, go for Tamiyo. Like I'm trying to like draw out their more counter spells. If they have Frilled Mystic here, that is just a handful of counters. All right, probably Night Pack Ambusher then. We are going to. Is there anything we want back here? No, we're just digging for Syr Konrad.
Seek and find.
All right, no Syr Konrads. Pass the turn. A lot of creatures in the graveyard, though. That is really good for us. Night Pack Ambusher does come out. Okay. We will just block with a Gilded Goose. Getting creatures to the graveyard is not bad for us. We could just take it before there's more creatures. And have 2 blockers for the next turn with maybe a way to like, because if we don't have anything else to hit here, I might just say no blocks. Yeah, down to 2.
You're making it difficult to work.
Right to 3/3.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Okay, Syr Konrad. No Syr Konrads. Gorging Vulture. Blaze Frilled Mystic. Okay, so Tamiyo is gonna die here. Which is fine. That's a lot of damage not going at our face. If we can hit the mana, the lands get to Finality. That was one reason I was thinking not going at Tamiyo. All right, 1 going at Tamiyo. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, we'll block with 1. Down to 13. We also need to hit land at some point here. Okay, Syr Konrad.
Let me aid your research.
Wow, man, we have dug through half of our deck trying to find one of these 3 copies and haven't found it yet. And guess what? It's going to come down here. Bowspore Shaman. We really need this to hit a land. We have Gilded Goose to create some mana, but then we're pretty much dead. This also is a great blocker for us right now. Still no Syr Konrad. We have to hit land here, though, so we will go... I think Forest on top. I would like to go for Duel, but we're actually pretty low on life total, so let's go for Forest on top. We have 2 black that way, 1 blue, which is all that we need, and... we can create some mana and pass the turn. This gives us Finality for next turn. I'm hoping that they don't have any more Frilled Mystics or counter spells. All right, so we know that they have 1 land in hand, Once Upon a Time Again. Okay, while we're Preserver, we can deal with this. We do have to keep Gilded Goose alive here to okay, we're taking 7. Man, there's so much damage. 10 damage, right? If they flash in a Nightpack Ambusher, am I just dead? All right, just in case they do have a Nightpack Ambusher, this will keep us alive. Okay, down to 3. And we just have to pray, hope and pray that they don't have anything else here. This fine finality resolves.
I know I noted this somewhere.
All right, Syr Konrad again. Okay, we finally found one. I'd like to have found a couple there. That would have been great. All right, and so now we are going to play Finality. See if it resolves. If they have a Nightpack Ambusher, we're dead. The fact that they can flash in this... Yeah, so now we're dead. Like, there's so few things that actually let us win there, because they could have just flashed this in afterwards, played another creature. Yeah, good game. So we had Syr Konrad, we had the Forever Young. I'm just trying to see if they knew what their combo was, but yeah. I'll let them play it out here. Man, 4-1. Oh, and we actually hit the combo now. Yeah, good game. If we had hit a couple lands too, like that's the thing is we had enough creatures in the graveyard that we could have played Syr Konrad and Forever Young, and it would have been pretty close to lethal just there. But Simic Flash, probably one of our worst matchups with that, because we have to resolve so many things with the combo that it's a little bit difficult to deal against that. All right, there you guys have it with Syr Konrad the Grim, and we only kind of got off the Forever Young combo one time, and it was in the midst of us resolving it that they conceded. But people just concede so quick with this. It's so frustrating. But the deck is such a fun deck to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye. Thank you.